Call the meeting to order. Pursuant to Governor Healy's March 28, 2025 revised order suspending certain provisions of the open meeting law, TL Chapter 38, Section 18, extending remote participation through June 30th, 2027. Meetings of the Berkshire Hills Regional School District School Committee will be conducted both in person and remote. Agenda items listed are those reasonably anticipated by the chair. Not all items listed may in fact be discussed. Items not listed may be brought up for discussion to the extent permitted by law. This meeting is being recorded by CTSB and the school committee recorder and will be broadcast. It's also being recorded by Berkshire Edge. We'll take a roll call vote. Sarah Canetti.
Here.
Allison.
Here.
Jason.
Here.
Andy.
Present.
Bill.
Here.
Bill.
Here.
Diane.
Here.
Sarah.
Here.
Rich.
Here.
And present. We have in the packet minutes of September 25th, 2025. Do I have a motion?
Motion to approve. Seconded.
Discussion.
I think I was absent at that meeting and shown as present.
And I was there.
Ooh, sorry,
I see how someone would mistake it too.
Yes.
well,
That's a compliment to Bill and you owe an apology to Sarah.
History would be changed.
Roll call vote. Sarah.
Yes.
Allison.
Yes.
Jason,
Aye.
Andy.
Aye.
Bill.
Yes.
Bill.
Yes.
Diane.
Yes.
Sarah.
Aye.
Rich.
Yes.
And I, unanimous. Turn it right over to the superintendent's report.
okay, we're gonna start today with our principals, and we'll start with Cynthia Carey.
Good evening.
Hello.
Happy fall, everybody. Finally. So we've had a busy couple weeks since we saw each other last. Our fourth grade had their traditional mask making project where they all make masks that are related to the North American history standards. And they invite families in and they all make these clay masks that are molded to their face, and it'd be very popular, very fun tradition of Berkshire. We had that this week. That was fun, families in the building, lovely. Our third graders had the Norman Rockwell Museum come in and work with them on their narrative writing, which is a nice collaboration with our community. And our kindergartners went to Chesterwood on Tuesday, which was really special. And they had some docents walk them around at both the outdoor exhibits as well as the ones inside. And they were older ladies who kept talking about Chesterwood and the pieces that were there as related to, he made them for his daughter. So they kept saying like, and her daddy made this for them, so all the kids like got it. And there's also an exhibit there that's an installation where trees are wrapped. So our kids made bark carvings or rubbings that mimicked the same pieces of work that were on the trees. So it was really cool. I have some really fun pictures from that. It's wonderful. We spent the past week, my intervention team, special educators, spent the past week benchmarking every student K to 4 in both ELA and math. So that's a massive accomplishment. They do a wonderful job and I'm very grateful for that work. And looking forward, we are looking forward to working with, I believe it's the Stockbridge Fire Department for Fire Safety Week. And they will come in on the 20th and the 21st, and they'll do a like 15 minutes of talking to the students about fire safety, and then they'll have trucks with them, and so the kiddos get to go out and see a fire truck and talk to the firefighters. That's it.
Great,
Thanks.
Thank you.
Jake,
Good evening, everybody. Let me get to the right tab. We are really honored next week at Du Bois on the 14th and 15th. We will be welcoming guest educators from the Mohican Homelands Education Initiative, which is a partnership between Williams College and the Stockbridge Sea Tribe. We're really excited. They're gonna come in and spend 2 full days with our 5th grade social studies classes. And we think it's gonna be great for the kids, great for all of us that are going to be involved. And we'd like to thank Rich Bradway for making those connections for us and for bringing this our way and getting the ball rolling. So we look forward to reporting back on that, but it's gonna be a really powerful day for our kids. We welcome today, speaking of community partnerships, we welcomed guest artists from CATA into our 6th grade for our annual kickoff of our partnership between grade 6 and our artist neighbors. Today was a powerful day. It's nice to see the same folks that were with us last year, and I think that have been with us for the past several years, where they are again today. And they feel right at home at Du Bois, and we consider them friends and neighbors, and more to come on that this year. We'd like to congratulate and thank our digital journalism teachers. We had a digital journalism class this year for some of our 8th graders, which is really primarily about 2 things. It's to work on writing skills and publication and communication skills. But before that piece, there's really a piece about helping our students to better understand their limitless information out there in the world. Not all of it is high quality, well-researched, thoughtful, true information. Part of the work that our students are doing, this is taught by Jen Guerin, who is our school librarian, and Hannah Gashat, who is our health teacher. Part of their work this year, they wanted to start a school newspaper, and they did start a school newspaper. It's called the Spartan Scout. And it's really, really nice. We will have a link to it on our webpage. It looks really professional in terms of its graphics, and I read it cover to cover a couple of times today. And really interesting stories, topics as varied as the dark background of generative AI to dealing with social anxiety and online bullying at Du Bois. This is middle school. Yeah. Yeah, to how to prevent soccer injuries to some really interesting recipes. So, really covers a wide gamut. There's a couple of opinion pages, believe it or not, 8th graders have opinions. So we're really, really proud of the kids and really, really grateful to the teachers for.
Is it on paper? I mean, is it printed or?
It's completely electronic. And Peter, I don't know if you can send the link out.
Tonight after the meeting, I'll send the link around. I read it last night and it's great. A really remarkable thing.
And if you're interested, according to the 13-year-old that wrote the article, video games are not addictive, so you.
Rest
You needn't
assured.
worry about that. You needn't worry about that. Finally, under good news, October 24th from 5:30 to 7, we have our one of our Du Bois PTO bingo nights. It's gonna be a lot of fun, good food, good prizes, and great company. That runs from 5:30 to 7, and it's $5 for a bingo card. And I think the first time we did this last year, there were about 50 people who came, and really it's nice to make a little bit of money, but really it's just nice to have parents and families have a place to get together and hang out on a Friday evening and get to know one another. In terms of challenges, you heard this from me probably 10 times last year. We're really working to continue to find new ways and better ways to help students really fully internalize what it means to be kind to everyone, not just to their friends. And sometimes we're really working hard to help them understand that what sometimes feels kind among friends is not necessarily kind to everybody that's receiving it. That joking can easily go too far. And what can start out as fun can actually be hurtful. So we just continue, and I think if I'm doing this 10 years from now, I'll probably be bringing this back to you again. Continuing to try to get our pre-adolescents and early adolescents just really understanding what it means to be part of a community, to be a good neighbor, to be good to themselves and respect themselves and appreciate themselves, so that they can be good to others and appreciate others and respect others. And that's it for Du Bois.
Great, thank you.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you.
So Christopher asked me to share some things from the high school, and unfortunately, this will come up in the end. Neither Mirabelle or Tyler were able to make it to the meeting, so they have conflicts today. We're deep into the school year. Students are engaged in all manner of things, from academics to athletics to other activities. Lots of competition on courts and fields, and the Shakespeare Fall Fest started a couple weeks ago. Our students will be performing 12th night this year, and yesterday we hosted the Stage Combat Common Class from 6:30 to 8:30. This is one common class of the festival that is held at Monument in the gym. Students from all 10 schools who are participating in the Fall Festival were here to learn various stage combat skills from multiple Shakespeare and Company directors, staff, and theater technicians. So that's neat. And some pictures of that will be going up on social media. So, Heather Boyko and Kristinello are here, and we'll introduce them in a bit. And they're going to share some of the cool things happening at Monument. And then we also have this vote coming up in under 4 weeks. Many of the juniors took the PSAT yesterday to help prepare them for the SATs. We're fortunate to be able to provide this opportunity for them, and we're glad that so many of the juniors took advantage of it. As you may know, we have professional development afternoons, but we also have instructional learning groups. We consider this our professional development time and plan for it in that manner. In collaboration with the Berk 12 Portrait of a Graduate work, our focus is around making student thinking visible. This involves using various teaching practices like thinking routines, discussions, and other practices to help students externalize their thoughts through speaking, writing, or drawing. It helps teachers understand and assess students' thinking to support them where they are, foster deeper learning, promote critical and creative thinking, and promote their own understanding of their learning. We're well into this work and are currently focused in adding to our pedagogical toolbox by learning more thinking routines to utilize in the classrooms. We're able to hire a biology teacher. His name is Mike Dalton. He's retired from the Berkshire School, and you might say that he is very good friends with our teacher, Krista Dalton, right? It's Krista's husband, so that's a joke. We're very excited to have Mike join our team as of this Tuesday, October 14th. And then on the challenges thing, we're seeing some significant challenges with some students connected to attendance. We're working with those families to do all that we can to support them while maintaining our expectations. We printed a lot of like big high profile postcards, and that's the postcard you don't want to get. So that's the big reminder that you're not in school enough. And those will start going out this week. And there's some morning drop-off issues, and we need to renew our expectations to families about dropping off down the hill. As you remember, part of the cool thing about the design is there'll be 2 entrances, and for that matter, 2 exits. So one for buses and trucks and one for passenger cars, whether it's students or families. So in the long term, we hope that addresses some of that. Okay. Let me move on to the next thing. At some point, and we're expecting her, Hannah Bueno is going to come, and she made a handcrafted bench in the wood shop and reached out to us, and it's really beautiful. And it's my hope that she comes tonight with it, but she's not here yet. It may be just a parking issue with the pumpkin walk up at Namkeg. But let's wait on that till she comes. And if she doesn't come, somebody remind me at the end of the agenda, just to, vote to accept that donation. And then if she can't come tonight, we'll invite her back to a future
Where
meeting.
would the bench go?
Steve,
Your office?
no, yeah, wish is my office. Do you have a place for it in the high school? Like, is it in the entrance or?
Last time I was in the high school, it was right in the front lobby,
Yeah,
which was the spot for it.
yeah. So, I mean, it's really neat that she built it. It's pretty big.
I was gonna say, how much.
But how, do you think it's like 8 feet, 7 feet?
It's probably 5, it's
Okay,
not that, it's
yeah,
3 people can sit in it.
comfortably, yeah, nice. So, that's really good. We're excited about that. Let me bring up, Chris and Heather, and they're gonna tag team 2 topics. And you can just sit up here and I'll click the slides and stuff. But, Chris, I think everybody knows really well. Heather, you probably know too. Chris runs our automotive program, and is also a football coach. Heather, is a science teacher, has been a softball coach, and also takes responsibility for our internship program.
Why don't you keep one?
Yeah, just take one in, they're all
and-
different.
Oh,
They're
yeah,
all different,
so-
they're not the same.
So they put together a neat slide deck. I'm gonna present it and, or I'm gonna show it. They're gonna present it, all right? Just give me a sec to click the right button.
Yeah, they're all different, you can look through them and trade them and. Maybe you like.
Hang on.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah, and just tell me, like, I'll try to figure it out, but tell me when to click.
you can actually, just wait, yeah.
Okay.
So yes, I'm Heather Boyko. I've been working with Sean for, I don't know, 5, 6 years, for the internship program. And together, Sean does, most of the like administrative, things like helping students find placements and, he's the main contact between us and the, Berkshire Workforce Board. And then I'm the teacher of record, and do the planning for students. We meet with students. We also have many people throughout the school that help Chris, our special ed liaisons, guidance counselors. If a student can't meet with me or Sean, then they will be the point of contact. So I just passed out, these are some internship portfolios from last year. We started doing this during COVID, and finally last year, I think we've got a really good product from students. The purpose and goal is to have a place where they can like present all of their work that they did at their internship. I mean, you're seeing some really, really amazing things that these students are doing at their placements. And we took these portfolios and hosted a internship expo for juniors last year. Just to give them some ideas about what is possible, what kind of internship is possible. So we're already, we meet with students on a weekly basis. Marcy Velasco is my partner this year with that. And we've already started working on portfolios, and students are already accumulating their evidence to put in the portfolio. And we hope to have an expo in January this year. So yeah, then you can go to the next slide. So this is just broad industries that have welcomed us into their workplace. You can see that business and hospitality is our most popular. This does include restaurants and other businesses. You can also see that automotive technology, the construction and trades, education, medical and wellness is also a big draw for our students. We have over 50 interns this fall.
Oh, that's a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot to manage.
One thing too, like, before I don't wanna sidetrack people, like,
Yeah,
so. The other day, some on the academic affairs.
oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
And so right now, like, there was a proposal to grade. Give them a real grade, right?
Yes,
So what she's doing is just incredible, like that, the amount of effort, the amount of work, the amount of insight. Even to give a student a real grade for their internship experience.
Mhm.
And that reflection would be by you and the person that's mentoring.
their
them.
mentor, yeah.
Yeah, so
Yes.
it was really incredible. I'm sorry, I sidetracked you.
Thank you.
I just wanted to add. I think that's really important to hear is things like that, you know, because you would never hear about that. It's not in this presentation, but it's really
Yeah.
cool. I'll do stuff on that, yeah.
So you can go to the next slide. Okay, so we do have, returning partners this year. Partners vary from year to year because of student interest. You know, we have great partners. We are so lucky that we can go back to someone from 3 years ago or 5 years ago and say, hey, we do have a student now is interested, would you be willing to host them? And we have such wonderful, wonderful partners, that are like, sure, yeah, come on in. So this year we've got, these are some of our, returning community partners from last year, in automotive, Audubon, Choice Garage, Haddad Subaru and Toyota have been on our, list year after year. We have students working there currently,
Yeah, so we
right?
like,
Yeah,
we have students working at almost all of those places.
yeah,
Yeah, which is incredible. And they're like full-time
yeah,
employees.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so. it's
Yeah,
incredible.
post-grad. Muddy Brook and Du Bois, the teachers and, guidance counselors and nurses, have all welcomed our students. We have 7 students placed there, this fall. Wheeler and Taylor, is a repeat customer. GB Eats is just an example of a restaurant, that we've had students, working at. Fairview Hospital, Gateway Physical Therapy. We are very lucky. This is our 2nd year placing a, student with the West Stockbridge Police Department.
Keith Miller says, high marks.
And, not to plug the female gender, but the past 2 years, very strong
Go
female,
for it.
students with them. Bridge is another, community partner. Greenagers, I think every year that I've been with the internship program, Greenagers has been a partner. And we have a student who's in their 2nd year at Meadow Farm, equipment in Lee.
Yeah.
Okay. The next 2 slides are, more comprehensive, placements, going more back 5 years. And then if you go to the next slide, this is, Sean put this together. I mean, this is like almost a full list of, since I've been here, of all of the community partners that we have.
This is, there's more.
There's more, I'm
Yeah, it's
sure,
not even
yeah,
all
it's not like,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah, remarkable.
it's really remarkable. And then I think Kristen was gonna speak to these, but I can speak to them. So Heather Shobry Williams and Kat Toomey are our connections at Berkshire Workforce Board. Berkshire Workforce Board, that is a real tongue twister. They support us financially. They support us with putting in our documentation for the state of Massachusetts. There's a database that the state keeps of all of our students who are enrolled in internships. They work very, very closely with us. I actually had an opportunity to do internships myself this summer. I went to Boyd Biomedical and also to the Berkshire Innovation Center for my externship is. Have you done that too? Yeah.
Then like, they are like deeply invested
Mhm.
in the success of our students, you know?
Yeah.
And I love that. Yeah, it's really cool.
The next slide is, this is why is career development important for our students? I'm from the paper industry and we always wanted co-ops. You know, it's a way to grow your own workforce, hiring new employees. You get to kind of test them out before you hire them. And for students, I think when it comes to employers hiring students, they want to see you have work experience. They want to know that you can go into a workplace, know how to conduct yourself professionally, be familiar with the type of career that you're going into. So this is why I started being involved in the internship program, because I am a believer. I was myself a co-op student, and it really does give students an advantage heading into the workforce. Yeah.
Very cool.
So I think
It's my turn to talk.
it's your turn, yes.
That's awesome. Great job.
Okay.
Yeah, so first of all, like, I'm grateful to be here and thank you to all of you because, you know, you can't imagine having to do this all the time, you know what I'm saying? But, like, it's true, yeah, there's a lot of gratitude for what you do and the thoughts that you put into us. It's important. Thank you. That was awesome, by the way.
Yeah.
So, yeah, so the automotive program is strong and, we have a clear pathway. So we have, perfect. Printed out the right thing. Great. We have a clear pathway. So we have introduction to auto mechanics. That's like the first year course. So if you're a first year automotive student, you take that course, then you have MLR 1. MLR stands for maintenance and light repair. And then there's maintenance and light repair 2. And with the final year being the cooperative education experience, or, you know, some people call it internship. And the range. So each section of auto is full. Perfect. Each section of auto is full. We also have like, so full meaning that like each section of auto has like between 12 and 15 students in it. And that's like the max for like one teacher. Like I think the state max is like 12 to 1. Right? So that's why it's full. So it doesn't seem like a huge number.
How many sections are there?
How many sections of auto mechanics are there? So there's, it's a great question. So there's one MLR 1 class, one MLR 2 class, and there's 2 introduction class every semester.
Each of those about 12 to 15 students.
And each of those 12 to 15 students. Right, so that's like, are you good at math? Because
48 and 60.
Yeah, 60 plus, yeah, 60 students, so, and, yeah, so, and then we get the, like, so we get some community helpers involved too. So some students who can't do like, internships right away, they come on board, if they're like an automotive student, they come on board with me, or if they have an interest in automotive, like sometimes I'll let them come on board as a community helper and, you know, work with us and,
We have had some students actually work with you to be as an internship student. We've hosted some internal internship students with you in the
Yeah.
past too.
yeah, so
Because they
yeah.
do a little more than just a community helper.
Right, so I was their mentor.
Yes, you were
Yeah,
their mentor.
that was cool. Love that.
Yeah.
All right, any questions? Great. The year started off, go back to that.
Sorry.
Wait, sorry, no. You can skip it if you want.
No, I'm trying to keep up with you.
Okay, cool. Yeah, we're good. So yeah, so this year we started off with focus on shop safety. We start off with that every year. So even at the beginning of every semester, we cover safety because that's like a big thing, like safety first, right? And if you can be like, I'm under the impression that if you can be safe in that environment, then you can be successful in that environment because the willingness to learn plays a huge role, but like people in this career path, in this field, like they're willing to train if you can be responsible. you know, so I think that's really cool. But, yeah, so start off with safety, and then, so the first year students are currently learning about systems of a car, including steering and suspension and brakes. And they were helping me do a great job today. They were watching me do a great job and did some stuff with me. So I thought that's really cool. Yeah. And that's pretty fast for them. And then we have MR1 and other courses. So these courses also begin the year with focus on safety. Both classes are now we're doing the ASC like A4 stuff, which is about steering and suspension. The reason why I'm doing that is because I wanted them to learn about the new equipment that we have, right? So yesterday we did our first alignment with our new alignment machine that we got through the Capital Skills Grant, which is so cool. And the reason why we did our alignment yesterday is because the person from Hunter finally came and set that last component up that we need to set up.
Oh.
Yeah, and we made it work. And then we did our alignment.
So where do the cars come from?
The cars come from the factories. I'm not, I know, I'm an auto shop teacher, so you gotta be ready for a lot of that. Yeah.
I mean, whose car was aligned yesterday?
So whose car we were aligned today? We aligned, oh, great. So, yeah, so yesterday, what's today, Thursday? Right, so yesterday, we aligned Carol Hammer's car. And, yeah, so it's 2018 Ford Escape. And it came from Carol Hammer, who's my assistant in the class, right? And we practiced on Carol's car because, you know, if we mess it up, it's just Carol. It's all good, right? But, hopefully Carol doesn't watch this. It's all good.
She won't drive to school.
Yeah, she's good. I called her afterwards, after football practice, I called her, I said, Carol's your car, okay? It's better than ever. I'm like, perfect. Great, so, I think we should move on.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, so we got this awesome new equipment. So we have a new alignment machine. I was just talking about that. We have a wheel balancer, which is brand new, and a tire changing machine. And we have all new tools and toolboxes. And we got that through this Capital Skills Grant, which I think is, you know, it's nice to have that stuff. And that new equipment is like, so because it's very new, and that's the same equipment they're gonna see if they go to work at like, you know, Haddon's, at a dealership, you know. It's the same stuff, which is really neat. So yeah, so I'll just talk a little about limitations. I think maybe I should talk a lot about limitations, but you know, there are limitations. So like, so we have this new alignment rack, right? And it's awesome. And I can't lift the car up in the air all the way because the ceiling's too low in the auto shop. So that's a limitation. So the person from Hunter was there yesterday and they were like, help me figure out how to make it work the best way possible, right? And you know, we figured it out, but like, it's still, you know, a bummer that we can't lift the car all the way, you know, and that's not gonna change.
Yeah.
You
Well,
know,
it will change with the new school, right?
right, it's not gonna change this year, though,
Yeah.
you know, but, you know, it's gonna need to change. Like, there's a need to change,
Yeah.
you know, so we can have that, that's like simple little request. I just wanna be able to lift the car up all the way, you know,
Yeah.
that'd be cool.
Of course.
Yeah, that'd be really good, right? Of course. Yeah, that's no brainer. So, yeah, so, I'll talk a little about our, like, so limitations, like, yeah, so, like, new equipment is like pretty big equipment, you know? Like, new equipment's not smaller than old equipment, you know, the new equipment's got some size to it, you know, that's another factor too, it really is, like, and it's amazing how that affects the space as well, right? And how we've had to, like, I've had to shift things around. And the crazy part was, like, at the beginning of the school year, nothing was set up. So like day one, nothing set up. Day two, we're moving stuff around. Day three, we're getting some stuff set up. You know, till this point in time where we're finally able to use the new equipment. You know what I'm saying? So it took a while to get to this point. But so why could we do that? Because we have incredible students at Miami Mount Regional High School. You know, we've always had incredible students, you know, and why would I not want to work as hard as I possibly can for incredible students? and give them an opportunity to have this stuff, right? So we made it happen for them, and, you know, why would I wanna stop doing that? You know, so. With that being said, so our shop, and I'll just talk about this a little bit, so like, so our program is a chapter 74 program. But it's a grandfather chapter 74 program. So what does that mean? You know, like I had to learn, first of all, like when I first started teaching, I didn't even know what chapter 74 meant. But like, what is grandfather? What's that all about? I don't want to be grandfather, you know? So I want to be I want to be a real chapter 74 program. So grandfather means, it's this simple, it just means that we don't meet space requirements for an MLR class, you know? Time requirements, yeah, so we changed the schedule, we spent the last, you know, with the help of you and Sean and the guidance department, you know, working on the schedule. You know, so the time is good, so we have plenty of time, but we still don't have enough space, you know? So we still have to be grandfathered, chapter 74. Yeah. Cool, is there any more?
I think that's it.
Yeah, a couple.
Oh, we do have some.
Yeah, cool, so those are some partners that we have. And yeah, so we have students right now at those spots and they're successful, you know? And, you know, I get a lot of feedback from them, how much fun they're having, and they're getting paid to do that too, which is like, you know, of course, like I asked, like, how much you get paid, you know? They're like, getting paid $20 an hour. I'm like, that's great.
Right.
That's great. Fantastic, I want you to make more money. You know, excellent, but yeah, so really, you know, we got some good stuff going on. And, you know, I wanna keep making it better, you know?
Yeah, great.
Yeah.
Any questions for Chris or Heather?
I just want to say your interview on the Facebook was wonderful.
Yeah,
Illustrated everything you said here.
cool.
I was gonna ask you, the equipment can be moved to a new school?
Yeah, so the goal is like, yeah, so we got this capital skills grant, we got it like 2 years ago. And we did the grant 2.5 years ago, something like that, with Mr. Wright, Keith Wright was there, and he helped me get rolling with that grant. And he was awesome. And then we,
Sorry.
no, take your time. Literally, take your time. Yeah. It's a lot. Yeah. But, so we got rolling with that grant and I wasn't sure, like, you know, we spent about a month working on this thing, right? And it was we had to get like letters of recommendations and we had to get a lot of like, we had to get purchase orders or like, you know, we had to get the
Yeah, bids and
purchase
stuff,
agreements,
yeah.
bids and stuff like that through Hunter and Snap-on and all these, you know, different places. So we made it all work, and then like a year later, I found out I got this grant. You know, we have this money, and you have a year to spend it. So it's like a year I found out, a year to spend it, and we figured out that we need to get this stuff, you know, this is what we need. And I got together with my advisors, so I had an advisory committee. We figured out that this would be good for us, you know, we need this stuff, and you know, now it's up and running. And can we take it to a new, can it move, is it movable? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, yeah, that's the goal. The goal was to get new stuff now through a grant, which is, you know, and there's opportunities to get more money through grants, you know, and I love that. And then, yeah, that's a huge burden, huge expense burden off, you know, this project that we got going on, right?
Yeah, I mean, one of the neat things they wrote into the grant, chargers for electric cars, right? So as the industry changes,
They got one ready to go.
they've got one ready to go that they can hook up and use. Which is
Right.
neat.
Yesterday I heard from somebody that.
We gotta do diagnostic of it too, I'm sorry to interrupt, go ahead.
Go ahead. Well, I just heard that the dealership that's being built on Pittsfield Road, the BMW Audi Volkswagen dealership.
Yeah,
Has one mechanic,
Oh, that's, I mean,
one mechanic.
I mean, Chris references a grandfather program, but this is like the most timely, important industry you can be in. That, I think the last quarterly call, the CEO of Ford said that like their major risk thing right now is they have 6,000 open auto technicians
Yeah.
across their dealerships in the country. And that across the entire economy, there's 400,000 open right now as we speak, auto technician positions. And like, how many new dealerships have gone on in Berkshire County in the last 5 years? It was the that one, the Mazda one right up the road from it. I mean, it's like, it is a economic need.
Yeah, so we get some,
Yeah.
some nice growth happening there.
Yeah,
And there's I heard that there's a new home construction code that now on new homes being built in Massachusetts have to have as part of the codes an electric charger.
Oh, that's cool.
So that will even,
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, any other
got some
questions?
thought there.
So one other thing, and I hate to put them on the spot, but you may have seen this sort of late in the summer. Heather and Chris were both awarded Educators of the Year from the group of the Workforce Board. And it just underlines like the great work, the great work. Thanks a bunch.
Awesome. Thank you all so much.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, definitely.
Good work.
So some people in this room are involved in the vocational advisory board, and that group has several meetings a year, and a lot of the community partners come in for those meetings.
If you can ever make one of the advisory board meetings, you will come out of it just so enthused with what happens in the school. It's tremendous.
And this touched on two of the programs. At some future meeting, we'll have Jeff and Betlin come in and talk about the early childhood program. And April come in and talk about the horticulture program. And then we all know the possibility of the electrical program going forward, which is great. So the next thing, and this sort of sounds funny, I'm recommending that you vote to appoint a district secretary for the purposes of the warrant. After tonight's meeting, I'm gonna have all the school committee members sign the warrant. And the bond council's recommending that for the purposes of this, that I'm in the role of district secretary, but it doesn't really matter who it is. It could be me, it could be the secretary of the district. But they think for this, it's good for my name to be on it. So if somebody wanted to make a motion to appoint X person as the district secretary for the issuance of the warrant, that would be great.
make a motion, Peter?
Yes.
Motion to appoint, Dr. Peter Dillon as district secretary for warrant.
second,
Any discussion? Roll call vote, Sarah,
Aye.
Allison, you're
Maybe we
on
come
mute.
back to her.
Yeah. Jason.
Aye.
Andy.
Aye.
Bill.
Aye.
Bill.
Yes.
Diane.
Yes.
Sarah.
Aye.
Rich.
Aye.
And I. Allison, are you there?
Yes, I.
So
Unanimous.
before you leave tonight, please sign the warrant in your best signature
You wanna
handwriting.
pass it on?
Oh, I'll pass it around. And there are enough lines for
I'm
everybody.
feeling pressured.
Yeah, you're under pressure right now.
I mean.
But look, you're John Hancock,
You can
so everybody
practice.
knows.
They don't have a John Hancock.
You could
I
practice.
don't know, do you wanna practice on something else on the back of it?
Not on the table.
Do you need a pen?
I'm a Thomas Jefferson.
Okay, thank you for that, that's good. So the next thing, and this was on the table, several organizations, including the Association of School Committees, the Superintendent's Group, and the Teachers Union at the state level, are encouraging people to sign this letter. And do you want me to read it, Steve? Probably.
Somebody should read it.
For the record, so, okay, so, so it's to Governor Healy and members of the legislature. We, the undersigned, write to you on behalf of the thousands of students, educators, and community members who we collectively represent. We're writing to demand decisive state action in the fiscal year 2027 budget and using available fair share surplus funds to address the fiscal crisis facing our public school districts. It's increasingly clear that public schools across our state are facing significant challenges caused by, or significant fiscal challenges caused by severe flaws in our school funding policies that are rapidly undermining our students' constitutional right to a high quality and fully funded public education. Funding from all sources has not kept pace with growing demands for programs, services, and staffing to adequately meet students' academic, social, emotional, and mental health needs. Federal ESSER funds have been spent and actions in Washington threaten our budgets. Proposition 2.5 has stalled many communities' ability to raise revenues locally, and state aid under Chapter 70, while increasing overall thanks to the Student Opportunity Act, has proven inadequate for a majority of school districts and for a variety of structural reasons. The result has been devastating cuts to programs and staff that are touching classrooms throughout Massachusetts. This much must be addressed. We cannot accept this situation as an unavoidable reality that our students, educators, and local communities must navigate on our own, even in light of a difficult fiscal environment. Given the Commonwealth's proud tradition of supporting public education and an understanding of solutions that can begin to address its fiscal challenge facing our schools, we believe that we can take steps at the state level to resolve this crisis. It is essential that you act with urgency and in ways that deliver resources to school districts of all types, from gateway cities and minimum aid communities to rural and regional schools. Specifically, we urge you to focus on advancing the following priorities that would provide relief to the school districts we collectively represent. Strengthening the special education circuit breaker program, fixing the Chapter 70 inflation cap, fully reimbursing regional and non-regional school districts for student transportation costs, significantly increasing rural aid, further mitigating the financial impact of charter schools on traditional public schools, making targeted investments in the staffing and programs needed to best support student mental health. While addressing these issues would not solve the entirety of fiscal challenge in public education, doing so would bring urgently needed resources to Massachusetts districts. We're counting on you to take meaningful steps in the coming months to deliver the funds we need to succeed and that adequately reflect the Commonwealth's historical commitment to public education. Thank you for your consideration. Depending on what action you take, you have, I guess, two or maybe multiple choices. One would be to vote collectively to do this, and then I can send around the link and you can sign it individually. The other would be to have me or somebody, or maybe additionally write a letter on behalf of the school committee. Part of me thinks there might be more, that the most advantageous way might be to vote on it collectively and then also sign it individually. But I defer to the group. I think this is a neat opportunity to bring our concerns to the state house.
I'd say from the chair on behalf of the committee. I mean, isn't that how we've done it in the past?
Yeah.
Yeah. Gonna make that motion?
I will make that motion that we adopt this letter, signed by the chair on behalf of the Berkshire Hills Regional School Committee.
Seconded.
Discussion.
So that means no individual signatures.
I think a number of us have already done it individually. I know I have.
I've done it.
Yeah,
I think there are over 500,
yeah,
over 500 signatures already.
yeah. I think everyone should do it individually. but I
Right,
think it's
so-
important that we do it as a group.
But belt and suspenders, right? So we could do a letter and you could sign it individually.
Yeah.
Okay, hearing no other comments. Sarah, Allison,
Aye.
Jason,
Aye.
Andy,
Aye.
Bill,
Hi,
Bill,
Yes.
Diane,
Yes.
Sarah, Rich,
Yes.
and I, it's unanimous. Thank you.
Okay, so, MSBA update. Jason, do you want to share some things from the recent meetings?
Yeah, sure. This week we had, 3 great community sessions in each of the libraries. West Stockbridge on, Monday evening, Tuesday afternoon, Great Barrington, and Tuesday evening, Stockbridge. Very well attended, a lot of good questions, overwhelmingly positive, feedback for the new school, and, really seemed to invigorate some people, to get out there and, recruit more, votes and really basically just spread the truth, the information about, where we're at and, what the options are. And really, there was only one fiscally sound option going forward, which is the new school. So, went really well. And, next week we have on Wednesday in Housatonic, Ramsdale Library from 4:30 to 5:30. And then the last one is next Thursday at the Great Barrington Senior Center. Is it 12 or 12:30? I forget.
12:30.
12:30 to 1:30. So, looking forward to those and, keeping up the momentum.
Is there anything else on it? No, I think Jason covered it. People can still go to the monumentbuildingproject.org website. There continue to be updated information there. We still get a lot of questions and we respond to questions individually. And then often we take those answers that might appeal to a larger group and put them in the FAQ section. So we've got a new updated slide on enrollment that we'll share at the senior center and the other library coming up, and it'll be on the FAQ page.
Actually, one other thing, I just like to, really thank Peter, on how much time, this is a huge time sink that he's had to juggle along with being his regular superintendent duties. So, I made the West Stockbridge and Stockbridge, but couldn't make it in Barrington. He's went to all of those, he's bringing the easels with all the different posters and, I don't think 24 hours in a day is enough for all the work he's had to put into this project. So, November 4th can't come here soon enough, I'm sure a lot more for him than myself, but, just the amount of effort he's put in is really, it should be noted.
Thanks, and I'll just sort of turn around. We've got a really good team and a very deep bench, so it's great that so many school committee members are at different things and other elected officials. And the principals and school staff are doing a wonderful job of only reaching out to me in the most pressing moments in this window. So thanks to them. Whole bunch of dates coming up around subcommittee reports. Should I share those?
Yeah.
So the policy subcommittee is meeting on October 23rd. We're looking forward to that. There's some stuff about AI, there's some stuff about cameras in schools, a whole number of things that we need to catch up on. Buildings and Grounds met on 9/29.
Yep.
What can you tell us about Buildings and Grounds?
Okay, elementary school update. They've added 2 new cameras. The classroom lighting control upgrades are ongoing. A lot of time is going to be spent over the breaks and was devoted to that. There's a driveway sidewalk update that will, the elementary school will have the gift of hot tar sealed to the cracks that have developed. And that will be done, as Steve said, in the spring and summer of 2026. Wood chips and sand have been delivered to the playgrounds. The brush clearing is taking place, and a landscape project on the elementary school, which is involving the removal of invasive vine and trees and bushes that are growing into the building. And we don't want those little kids to be lost in the invasive vines. So, middle school updates are included. Heat pumps are continuing to be replaced. We've heard about that for a couple of years. Upgrades to the communication systems are continuing. There's work in the boiler room and controls to be done in the fall of this year. Classroom lighting control updates ongoing, time consuming and must be done over the breaks. They had a flu vaccination clinic in the middle school, and the hot tar and seal cracks in the driveways will be done as in the elementary school for the spring and summer of 2026. At the high school, their seasonal preventive maintenance has always been going on. Broken doors and fixtures are being repaired and replaced. And there's security upgrades that they're looking at to right size the hardware system to ensure uninterrupted coverage. The wastewater treatment plant update involves valve replacements, happened in the summer of 2025. And Steve reports that it has improved the operations greatly. Diffuser replacements were done in the aerobic tank and is recommended to happen every 5 to 7 years. Water vault is, the update there is everything is running very smoothly in the water distribution plant. There was a very brief conversation as to the facilities that, will be, looked at after the, November 4th vote, whether they are, whether the vote is successful or not. It was a very brief discussion. We didn't want to get too deep into the weeds.
Right, thank you.
As opposed to the bonds.
As opposed to mine.
Don't wanna get too deep in those either.
So,
Bill, anything on superintendent's evaluation?
Nothing at
Nothing.
the moment, no.
Rich,
We do
finance?
have to talk about goals and
we'll schedule it soon, maybe November
November
5th.
Yes. Rich, you want to talk about finance?
Yeah, we met, earlier today and, went through, Kate's budget, or not a budget, but, gave us a lay of the land, with regard, to what she expects coming up. Nothing earth shattering, her steady hand is still there and, as was pointed out, it's kind of one portion of our budget that's totally out of our control. So it's good that Kate, has a good, way of actually presenting the facts to us and letting us know what's upcoming. The next finance committee meeting will be on October 30th. And, that's the one I think I referenced before, where we're gonna do all 3 schools on one day on a non-school committee day. And kind of break everything down, including, we're gonna, take a hard look at enrollment numbers, by class and by grade, to make sure we have a handle on that going into the next budget session.
Thank you. Rich.
Yeah.
Negotiations, there's a meeting scheduled on November 18th at 5:30 for Unit C. It's our kickoff. And I think we will also be looking at the co-op group. I think we'll have to. See.
Yeah, we'll do that one.
We'll do that one.
And then before we get to the personnel report, just I missed something around belonging and safety.
Yeah.
The Office of Refugees and Immigrants, in collaboration with the Attorney General's office, has issued updated guidance, a series of documents called Know Your Rights. And we're sharing that with impacted families in the context of some of what's happening. So that work continues to be ongoing, and we hope our families feel very supported.
that's presumably a state, not a federal initiative.
No, it's right. It's like the
good Attorney General.
right.
I'm just checking.
Yeah, no, it's very much a state initiative in response to the other people.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Sorry that I missed that in going through.
If you want to go over personnel report, if there's anything you want to highlight?
Very straightforward. I mentioned Mike Dalton, and a couple new paraprofessionals. We're excited to welcome them aboard.
So we're good with teachers right now, across all 3 schools, right? Is that, or are we still?
Yeah,
I know we had
we have one psychologist vacancy, but I think that's the only licensed position that's vacant in the district, which is great.
Yeah,
It's a very.
everyone's struggling, actually.
It's a very tough climate to hire in, and we work hard to reach out to people and we got very lucky with Mike. I mean, he comes with 35+ years of experience, which is remarkable. And he's working very closely with the other biology teachers, so they're all on the same page.
That's great.
Yeah.
Any old or new business? Any public comment? Seeing none, by unanimous consent, we are adjourned. Thank you.
Thank you.